Hey guys, how are you? Have you ever heard of berberine? I actually had not heard of berberine until about 2 years ago when I had a patient who was newly diagnosed with diabetes. So this patient's numbers were elevated, but not yet in levels that were super, super alarming. And this patient in particular did not want to start any medications. They preferred to use something natural first and then move forward if needed. So they had done some reading and were interested in this substance called berberine. Berberine is a chemical. It has a yellow color to it, and it comes from different plant products like philodendron, golden seal, tree turmeric, and other types of plants. And berberine is becoming a little bit known for decreasing blood sugars, decreasing cholesterol levels, and decreasing blood pressure. And the way it does this is it triggers something called AMPK, and it increases glycolysis, which means it increases the breakdown of sugar. So it can decrease insulin resistance, which is what ends up happening when we have early type 2 diabetes. This is not what's happening when we have childhood diabetes, where children do not have the ability to create insulin. What happens when we have type 2 diabetes is that we become resistant to the insulin that we have so that our cells cannot use it effectively. Berberine also decreases the act of creating sugar in our liver. So that's another way that it reduces sugar in our body. But one of the most interesting ways that berberine works is through altering our gut microbiota. So basically those bacteria that I've talked about before that are the good bacteria that live in our gut, it can actually alter those bacteria by increasing certain species that are more beneficial for our health and decreasing inflammation. So this is a great way that berberine can help. Just because a lot of our health problems today we're starting to discover is caused by problems with our gut microbiome. So there are lots of different ways that people use berberine. You can use it topically or applied to your skin for things like canker sores or for burns. But really what people mostly use berberine for is for things like polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is many cysts on people's ovaries, which causes hormonal imbalances, weight gain, and menstrual irregularities, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high sugars. And one word of warning is that berberine does interact with a lot of medications. So if you're thinking about doing something with berberine, you really do need to speak to your doctor about it because it can interact with diabetic medications, cancer medications, and a whole host of other medications, increasing their levels so that they can be dangerous. We really only use berberine in adults. We don't use it in kids. We don't have enough evidence for that. And we definitely don't use it in mothers who are breastfeeding because berberine can pass through the breast milk and can be harmful to the infant. Side effects of berberine are usually GI in nature, so upset stomach, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, things like that. It does resolve once you stop. And again, we do not use berberine in children, we do not use it in newborns, and we do not use it in breastfeeding women. So berberine is a really interesting compound for a lot of our common health problems. Certainly with all of the integrative medicine, herbs, supplements, flowers, chemicals, there is always room for more research and more evidence to help to support them. But there are a lot of things that used to be alternative in nature and now are, being accepted as mainstream medicine. So definitely in integrative medicine, we want to be looking at these types of alternatives so that we can help people stay more naturally based, less side effect based, and hopefully healthier preventatively. If you have any questions, Leave them below, like and follow. Bye-bye.